to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. Thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on
Man Talk Mondays. We are back in the house once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Derek, the Thought Engineer, here with my man, comedian John Yogi. How you doing?
Man, I am almost in the Christmas spirit. Man, I was out this weekend and folks, it's crazy. People driving blind. Bruh, they just out there just... I'm like, you didn't see me. You mean tell me you didn't see me? D, it's crazy out there. Don't go out there, D. It's crazy out there.
Drivers get aggressive in Texas. I will have to say they get aggressive. I find myself being aggressive when I drive now. So
because you're in Texas, so you saying it's a Texas thing?
I'm a Texan. I think I'm a Texan now, man. I almost been here longer than I've been. I was in Louisiana, so I guess I'm pretty much a Texan now, man. So
well, you ain't had your Texas award ceremony yet. You're now Texan when you can name off 3 good barbecue places. You ain't a Texan to the end.
Okay. I have to work on my barbecue places. I know a few, but shout out to South Oak Cliff High School. SOC, to be exact. SOC won the Division II 5A championship for the state of Texas. A DISD school won.
You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody. I said you better ask somebody.
What class was that again?
I'm not gonna. We don't even get it right. Be you wrong, man.
The class, y'all.
87 in the house. 87 in the house. But it seems like a long time ago, don't it?
Hey, man.
Woo.
It does. But it wasn't that long ago. It's crazy.
Oh, no. It was a long time. I was fine back then.
Yes, I agree. Lloyd said that is huge.
Oh, brother.
Dallas ISD schools have been catching a whole lot of flack for, not being disciplined, having all kinds of problems.
Not being coachable. Not only that, but not being coachable. You know, the funny thing about it, man, I'm in Allen now. And I used to watch Allen and Cedar Hill play football at Moody all the time. And Allen would win, even though Cedar Hill was more talented. Oh, and I used to think, man, they would just, if Cedar Hill, at the time, Cedar Hill was undisciplined and would make some mistakes. Looks like those days are gone, brother. I said they're gone, D.
New leaves are being turned over. Shout out. Congratulations to SOC High School.
South Oak Cliff in the house.
State champs. You
better say that. School of champs now. It used to be School of crime. It's School of champs now.
It's School of crime.
It's amazing what a little money can do for you, ain't it?
Hey, man. For real. So hopefully that'll be something to boost it even more.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. If you like what we're doing, Man Talk Mondays, go look us up, man. Put the dash in there, Man Talk Mondays. Put the dash in there so you can find us. You got a lot of imposters out there, right? Subscribe to our podcast. We're available on Apple, Google, Spotify, Spreaker, Overcast, Bullhorn, a whole lot of different platforms you can find us on, right? So let me just let everybody know, so somebody might be listening for the first time. Yes, SOC did it. SOC in the house.
Yes.
53-year drought ended, but it didn't end until they financially leveled the playing field. What
Hey,
a
man,
little money do for you.
It's amazing that money kind of equal out how things kind of do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brother, because you talking about broke, huh?
Bro, cuh. Gotta put the cuh on there.
Bro, every playoff game, they had different uniforms on. I said to myself, oh, that wasn't us. Oh, that wasn't us, sir. That was not us.
Yeah.
Good times, man. Good times. Great times.
All right, let me remind everybody, this is Man Talk Mondays. This is an open forum where we talk about everything from religion to politics to relationships. But of course, we're doing it from a man's perspective. Keep in mind, this is not just for men. We want everybody to participate, men, women, boys, and girls. Talk to us. Now, how you do that? You simply go to the comment section, leave your comment, leave your question. We can see it. And this is how you talk to us. This is how you participate in the conversation. But we want to hear from you tonight. We want to hear from you, right? So we got a good show, great show coming up. Before we get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, Man Talk Monday News.
This is Man Talk News today with your host, John D. Blackman. And tonight's top story is, during this holiday season, would you please get in somebody's church? I can tell from the foolishness that's going on out in these streets, y'all ain't in somebody's church. Would you drive bad? If you drive bad, you don't belong to somebody's church, or the church ain't in you. If you in the store and you stealing, something wrong with you. Get in somebody's church. If you in there pushing and fighting over the last G.I. Joe with the G.I. Joe grip, something wrong with you. If you in there fighting over the last pair of Jordans, they gonna make some out. They gonna make some out. Stop fighting. Get in somebody's church and get you some Jesus. Because you know what? You're gonna make some friends in church. And lo and behold, you just might find Jesus. And this has been your man, John D. Blackman, with tonight's top story. Get your behind in church and stay there and sit down somewhere. Happy holidays.
Let me just point out something that Mr. Blackman said. He said, get in church. You might find Jesus. He might be there. He might be there. Just go and text and see. He might be there. We ain't making no guarantees. He might be there.
What you say, D? He just might.
Yeah, he was a little aggressive too, man. He was
A little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're up to our part where we talk about things going on in the world today. Man, talk about it. Now, keep in mind, we want to remind y'all, we still take letters, right? So instead of the side conversations where you call and say, hey, I got something to talk about, write us a letter so you can help somebody else. Somebody might need to hear your situation because, you know, right? So send your letters to mantalkmondays1@gmail.com. That's our email. You can send us a letter, let us know what's going on with you, something you want us to talk about, and we can talk about it on the show. Right? Holler at your boys. Crazy world we live in.
It is.
Man, you can't do nothing these days, especially if you supposed to represent Jesus in any kind of way. People don't want you doing nothing these days. So last part of last week, the R&B singer Tank puts out a challenge to R&B singers, not just the R&B singers, but he said if you sing R&B, right? Tevin Campbell had a song, Can We Talk? And you had to sing a little bit of this song, Can We Talk? So all these different artists are getting on here singing, the guys are getting on here singing this song, Can We Talk? Soon as the gospel guys get in, we got gospel artists that get in the church go crazy. What they doing singing that devil music?
You know what's crazy, D? Is they know about the challenge, but they don't want people to know that they know about the challenge. and other people participate. If you wasn't looking at it, you wouldn't know they was participating in it.
Right.
Just because you don't want to hear your organist up there, I said organist. Just because you don't want to hear your psalmist or your organist up there talking about can we talk, that didn't leave them folk alone. Listen, y'all, stop whooping folk with Jesus. Would you please? Stop hitting folks across their back with Jesus, please. Listen, we got a new year coming. Would y'all stop that? Please stop
really,
that.
Really, they just mad. They want to sing, but they feel so convicted. They feel like they can't do nothing. And as many somebody else exercise their liberties, then they start dogging them.
Now, see, you right, D. But if they had an usher challenge, you telling me you'll only be ushering at your church, you wouldn't be doing it somewhere else. You'll be right up in there ushering. But because you can't sing, you mad. Quit it. Y'all quit it. I want some voice lessons for Christmas. Y'all quit that.
And in true church form, some people had to go and turn it into a church song. Can we talk for a minute, Jesus?
I do it.
Come on, man. I need to relax a little bit, loosen up a little bit.
They need to have fun. Jesus laughed. Didn't Jesus laugh? Is it a scripture in the Bible where he laughed, D?
I don't know. He cried. I know that, but I don't know about the laugh.
I know he turned over some tables. I know he turned over some tables on some church folk. I know that.
He did. He did. Because they got mad at somebody singing a song. Boy, we got to do better, man.
We do. We got to stop whooping folk with Jesus. Please, y'all, don't hit them in the back with Jesus. Jesus should be inviting. He shouldn't be igniting.
Ooh, put that on a t-shirt, boy. You gotta put that on a t-shirt, boy.
I said that was for the new year, D. That's for the new year.
Send in your orders. The Man Talk Monday morning. Along with yeah, but they go too far. Everybody quick to punish people. Everybody quick to just do too much.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. That's what we do.
And when it comes to doing too much, I think this took the cake. So, young truck driver tragically gets into a crash. A family of 4 dies. But they sentenced him, and he got 110 years. 110 years.
You must have ran over the Trumps. You had to run over somebody with some Lizoot. Cause you ain't run over the Johnsons. You ran over somebody with some Steinbergs or something, bro. Somebody with some bread, brother.
So this young truck driver, he's a young guy in Colorado. His brakes failed. I think he was going downhill. His brakes failed. His load was probably too heavy, but he slams into the back of his car with a family in it, and tragically they die. Well, the truckers in Colorado, to protest the 110-year sentence, they all went on strike. I saw a picture today. There is trucks lined up along the highway, not moving.
So, D, I guess I'm asking, what would be appropriate? I think 110 is excessive. Okay.
Yes.
If you want to make sure he in there until he died, you don't have to do 110. You could have did like 60.
Maybe 65. Maybe 65. But Alicia says, I feel so bad for him. So sad. Like he said, the tragedy will eat at him the rest of his life, but it wasn't done intentionally.
And you know what? I get it. I do, man. I feel some kind of way too. But I'm just simply saying, if that was your family or something, what would be good enough for you to be satisfied for somebody accidentally killing your family in a truck that's probably loaded too heavy, and the brakes went out because before you got to that hill, the brakes you had problem with the brakes before then. All that stuff didn't just happen at that spot. A car normally when a car start having issues, it have smaller issues that lead to bigger issues. And as bad as I feel for him, man, it is a serious thing to be driving the truck. That's why it's really crucial now, man. When we giving all these people CDL license so they can drive truck, don't let 110 be waiting for you. Don't let 110 be waiting for you. Y'all better take this thing more serious. Those things will kill folk. Hey, don't play. Don't play. I don't want you to get 110.
They say he got convicted because in hindsight, there were things he could have done to avoid it. He admitted that the truck was having some issues. And then there was grassy medians on each side of the road. They say, "Oh, why do you didn't drive on the grass?" But nobody can really say what they could have done in that moment if you weren't in that situation. You can say, "Was the Monday morning quarterbacking?" Wesley said that company, that should be on the company. I think the company should take some blame too.
Oh, I'm sure they are. But the company wasn't driving when he drove up into the back of that car. And see, that's the thing, man. He drove up into the back of the car. And I get it. Listen, Alicia says, I think there should be consequences for sure. But 110, listen, I'm saying the same thing you saying. But I'm just curious though. Selena saying, is the 110 years going to bring him back? No, it's not going to bring him back. But I'm simply saying, what's going to satisfy you? What would y'all like him to have? Because I'm curious, because I don't know. Again, you're not going to bring the people back with nobody with what you're giving. But, man, somebody has to take the fall for the negligence.
And let me say, this is not on the judge. As much as we want to put it on the judge, this is not on the judge. I saw a video, these lawyers were commentating on it, and they said it was actually on the prosecutor. The way the prosecutor set up the charges, they set it up to where they couldn't avoid the 110 years. The judge had to, because Colorado has some mandatory sentencing. Like, you can't cut corners. You have to serve the actual time. And all his years, everything, he had like so many counts, but he has to serve them consecutively. They couldn't do it concurrent. Alicia says there's been people that have killed families while drunk driving, and they have gotten a lesser sentence than that. I'm with Alicia.
Not in Colorado. Colorado ain't about that ish, okay? Not Colorado. Now, if y'all want to, what we need to start doing though is make sure that the sentencing from state to state is equivalent. Because the problem is they giving you 110 over here and they giving you probation over here. Something wrong with that. I think something is wrong more with that than anything else.
But what is it based on? They're not giving the 110 based on the crime. They're giving, when you look at it, that's a color thing. You got the one kid who killed a whole family. He killed a whole family drunk driving. He was a young white kid, Caucasian kid.
Here we go. Here y'all go. It wasn't in Colorado.
But anytime something happens like this, lawyers can reference it everywhere. It sets the precedent.
Okay. Let me say this, D. Because I know yous out there are going to be talking about it. Well, they don't do that to the white people and the black. Listen, I get it. The justice system is not about black and white. It's about money. Most of the time, we don't have money to hire the lawyers that can get us off of this kind of stuff. We don't have the money to. I get it. Hey, it ain't right. And I'm not saying that it is. I'm simply saying this is a money thing. It's not necessarily a color thing. Most of the time, the justice system is not black and white. The justice system is blind until you swipe your debit card. If you swipe your debit card and that book come up, the justice system kind of open his eye like that. And when your credit score is a 7, that book keep his eye closed real tight like this. Say, we don't see nothing. We don't see nothing. That's how that is, man. Real talk. It's about bread.
I can get with you on that. But yeah, 110 years, man. That was because they didn't have to set up the charges that way.
They must have some years they had to use up. You know how you have? I got 30 book. I got 30 years on the books. Let me throw them in there too, man.
Well, you stupid. He got somebody else's years too, huh? I guess.
He like, we got these in the closet. Can y'all put them on there? Put them on there too. He got somebody else's years. He just get in.
Well, people have been upset all weekend. You got this that made people upset. Lois said the justice system is black and white. Your freedom is about money. You right. You say you right. Ben say you right, John. To a degree.
Hey man, listen.
To a degree, you right. To a degree.
I don't get it. Hey, wait. So y'all telling me the justice system is blind? I thought they said it's blind. I'm telling you, it's blind until you put the checkbook on the counter.
It ain't blind. No, it's not. Justice is not blind. It's not blind.
It's blind when you got a credit score of 17.
He said 17. You got a credit score of 17.
You gonna get jail.
Yeah,
They'll give you 200 years. They gonna give you 200 years.
Well, justice has been served in one other case, though. So we had a 5-star high school football recruit, Travis Hunter, shocked the world by signing with an HBCU, Jackson State University. He going to play for Deion Sanders. Travis Hunter could have been recruited by anybody. I think everybody was looking for him to go to Florida State, and Florida State needed some help very badly. And then come to the press conference, he lets everybody know he's going to Jackson State.
Well, I think more kids would probably go if the HBCUs are more replicable. If there is something that did I say that right?
I don't think so. We're gonna give you one more try. Let's try it again.
Okay, how about this one? I think more people would go to the HBCUs if they had more people, a better representation of the schools. I think Deion Sanders is a great representation of HBCUs, and if we could get more people like that to coach those schools and be a part of those schools, I think more black kids would come to them. But if you on your last leg, why am I go there?
I think it's coming. I think it's going to happen. Grambling just hired a former NFL coach. So I think people are now starting to look that way. Ben say the media was super confused. Yeah, because they were ready for him to go to a predominantly white institution. And he completely shocked the world. So everybody's been in an uproar ever since he did this. So Dabo Swinney is the coach of Clemson. And he said it's chaos right now. Tampering galore. Adults manipulating young men. Education is like the last thing now. Mr. Swinney, what are you saying? You saying that the man can't get a quality education at a HBCU?
Well, now, hold on now. Before we attack Bebo, whatever.
I'm a product of an HBCU. I'm attacking.
Okay, can we just simply deal with what the reputation has been over the last 20 years? The reputation has been that you hadn't been really able to get a quality education from those schools. Let's be now. You can say now. Before all y'all start attacking me, hold up.
I'm first.
Listen, I'm simply saying what the narrative was about HBCU. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that's not the case, but the narrative is that you couldn't get quality education there. Now, he is completely wrong for saying it how he said it, but at the end of the day, to me, it's all about the money. Who gonna pay me? Because you know you're gonna be paid at the big schools. Can the HBCUs give me some money on the side? Because I want the money on the side. Who got the money on the side?
Ben say more former NFL coaches and players are going to HBCUs, changing the game. Eddie George went to Tennessee State, and Lord say he after me. So let me say this. Let me put it in perspective. Remember, there was a time that the black players couldn't even go to these schools.
Oh, here we go, y'all. Here
No.
we go.
Think about it. Think about it. At this time, you had the Eddie Robs, the Gremlins, the Southerns, all these. Now they're producing NFL players. Gremlin used to be nicknamed the NFL incubator because Eddie Rob would send those guys to the league. Once they figured out how talented those guys were, these PWIs started picking them off, depleting what the HBCUs had.
Okay.
And Dabo Swinney, let me say this, Dabo Swinney. So are you admitting that funding, and you are definitely putting HBCUs at a disadvantage with how you fund them and everything else when you talk about the quality of education? Remember, we just talked about SOC. What happened?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say, wait. I can't argue it one way and not the other way, because you're absolutely right. But the problem is most of the HBCUs don't have the funding, and those schools, can I just be honest, those schools about to fall in. They're about to fall in. And so they need fund. We need funding for those schools, and it's going to take replicable people to come through there and be a part of that before people are coming, dude. You can't, D. Now you can't argue that. You can't argue that, D.
No, you absolutely. There has to be something to try to get more funding to HBCUs outside of what the state gives them. We need donations or something, and I'm talking about from heavy hitters, your mega multimillionaires, your billionaires, and things of that nature.
If the black coach is not getting back in the NFL, go to HBCUs and coach.
Yeah, because you got great coaches in the NFL who can't get chances at the NFL.
Exactly.
They're not looking at them.
Yeah.
Ben says what Deion is doing is the blueprint. He got money coming in. He absolutely does. Deion is packing out these stadiums. So they just lost to South Carolina State. They lost to, in the Celebration Bowl, they lost to South Carolina State. Before that, I had never heard of that coach before, South Carolina State coach, but everybody talked about how great of a coach he is and how many players he's put in the NFL and the whole nine. But it had not been for that game, playing against Jackson State, we wouldn't even know who he was. Lloyd says the education has never been in question. If you want to say the quality of the athletic program funding, I can argue against that. But level the playing field and bring in reputable. You're trying to get.
Wait a minute. Is that a shot at me?
bring in reputable coaches, and they will begin to compete. All they have to do is turn the tide to get the players back. Notice I said get the players back, because those guys they started off in HBCUs. Shannon Sharp said he had a chance. He wanted to switch and transfer to Miami. And his coach talked him out of it. He said it was the best decision he made was staying. He said it's different to go somewhere where people actually care about you and what you can learn about yourself, your history, and all that. He said that was a plus. Ben says JSU is losing help HBCUs overall. Yeah, all of them need help. We got some great HBCUs with some great reputations historically.
Well,
again, to your Southerns, to your Gremlins, to your Jackson States, all over the place.
So now is the time for us to start back embracing each other, because I think we don't, for the most part, we don't do black. We think white is better. So come back black then. You ain't gotta convince me that it's better. You gotta convince some of these people, some of these named people to come back to it.
Yeah. So if I had a Christmas wish, I would wish that people would take HBCUs a little more serious.
Well, if I had a wish, I would wish that HBCUs, they would hurry up and get some money in there, because the schools just look tore up. They run down. They ragged. And it's hard. Think about this, D. And it's hard to attract kids today when they can go to University of Houston's and see their schools. And when you look at the HBCUs, they trying to get away from they regular houses. They don't want to go to a regular school.
Yeah. No, I trust me. I get it. I completely get it. And that needs to change. Tonight we're talking about all I want for Christmas is. All I want for Christmas is. So we're talking about some things that we would like to see for Christmas.
That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny with our producer. She put, you see what you put? That's funny. When you say all I want for Christmas is, and she got like energy on the thing.
All you want for Christmas is energy. Okay, we're gonna give you energy. Oh my goodness. Shout out to our producer who stays on us
constantly.
The doctor, Dr. Selena Smith. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you ever so much.
Then you felt that a little bit. I felt you on that. You did that.
Oh yeah. Talking about all I want for Christmas is. So let us know what y'all want for Christmas. All right. Tarsha says, I think some HBCUs are getting more funding than before as the alumni starts to get involved financially. Yes, because one thing about predominantly white institutions, they give back.
True.
Those boosters, listen, they're not paying these coaches off school funding. They are not paying these coaches off school funding. So somebody giving somewhere. All right. All I want for Christmas is, me personally, all I want for Christmas is, I don't want no more TikTok challenges. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of TikTok challenges. No more TikTok. Because people take it too far, man. You have the challenge with, they tore up the bathrooms, the restrooms in the high schools, costing schools all kinds of money, especially at this time when people can't get supplies like they need to, and they tearing up stuff. Then they said it was a slap a teacher challenge. I ain't hear about nobody doing it because I ain't hear about nobody getting arrested. But
that had been in my school, brother. It was gonna be a fight that day. Brother, you slap somebody at South Oak Cliff if you want to. When I was there, brother, you was in for a fight, brother. You better strap up. You're in for a fight that day, brother.
It's just getting out of hand with the TikTok challenges. Getting out of hand. We need something else to go on besides these TikTok challenges.
And we pay too much attention to social media anyway. How you just let social media tell you what to do?
Ivan's like, for real. No challenges, period. Cut it out. I think the last one, they were afraid that something was gonna happen the last, like, as they were going into the winter break.
Oh, like, and they were suspending kids as fast as they can get to them. If anybody had any type of threats or anything on their social media or anything, they was suspending folk like it was going out of style.
That's the world we live in. You got to take everything serious because you never know where people are mentally in this country. And considering the mental state of people, the last thing you need to do is be challenging them to do stupid stuff.
Well, we know the mental state of people. They crazy as hell. It ain't like we don't know the stats. We know y'all ain't got a sense God gave a squirrel. My dad used to say this. He said, we put y'all brains in the bird and it'll fly backwards.
I heard them.
Because we don't use our head for nothing. We're constantly being led by somebody else or something that we know is foolish. TikTok is foolish. And you know when you hear a challenge talking about slapping your teacher, you know if it was back when I was coming up, all these was gonna be gone. You slap a teacher, all your fronts was gonna be gone.
Back in the day when a teacher could get with you without fear of being fired.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All I want for Christmas is a mute button for women.
Okay, now let me explain myself. I'm constantly hearing women say, he don't listen. Well, can I help y'all with something for this new year? We don't know when to listen because y'all always talking. So we need to know when it's important to say something or listen to y'all and when it's not. Because
Talking to pull back, John.
I'm simply saying we not gonna pay attention to everything y'all say because that's foolishness. That's foolishness. But we will listen to y'all. You just gotta let me know when. Okay, honey, I really need you to listen to this because you always yapping. You always yapping. You're yapping, and I ain't listening to all of that because you're yapping.
So you basically saying, out of all of the words, you gotta try to filter what's important, and we don't really know how to filter.
And then you want to give me a quiz afterwards. I'm failing. D, I'm failing the quiz.
Man, the quiz. You do get the quiz.
I don't get the quiz, and you know I'm asleep.
What did I say?
You know I'm asleep. You can't quiz me. You know I'm asleep. And my wife ain't at home yet, so don't be asking.
Lisa said, "Woo, where is John's wife? She deserves an award."
She ain't at home yet, so don't be asking.
That's why he talking reckless over there. His wife ain't at home. He talking reckless now. Ben said, "Where can I get that mute button?" I was like,
Hello? Because they be like this. You hit that mute, they be like this. and you just look over there and say, what? Girl, they didn't know you. And she just, 30 minutes later, you come back, she's still talking. Stop it. Stop it.
Real quick, I'm reminded of a joke. Say this, the woman went to the doctor to complain about her husband. My husband's always irritable, and he's always arguing with me. I can't do nothing, yada, yada, yada. The doctor said, listen, whenever your husband is getting irritated, whenever he's getting upset, just drink some water and swish it around in your mouth until he calms down. And she did it. She goes home. Her and the husband start getting into it. She puts some water in the mouth, starts swishing around. Next thing you know, it diffuses. And so she went back to the doctor. She's like, doctor, you told me to try this and it worked. It worked. She says, what is it about this water that's making my husband be quiet? He said, the water ain't for him. The water's for you to keep your mouth closed.
Hello? Ain't no swishing going around. There ain't no swishing.
All right. All I want for Christmas is, now me personally, Wesley said, I want this wedding to be paid for. That's what he wants for Christmas. Shout out to Wesley, who's getting married next year. Big year for him next year. Ivan says, that's what Zuckerberg needs to develop. The metaverse can wait. Mute.
Hey, if you're over there like this, she gonna be like, you got that mute button on. You got that mute button on. You better be listening to me. I ain't got no mute button on. Ain't no mute button on over here.
You know when it's on, she start going upside your head. You know it's on.
What I do?
Hey, they'll be writing all kinds of stuff, boy.
For real.
Me personally, all I want for Christmas is no more versus battles for old rappers. Cut it out. Can we please stop that?
Especially if they think they're about their life, D. Y'all are 50 years old. Sit down somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. OGs shouldn't have to act a fool like that. If you're a real OG, you shouldn't have to act up like that.
And let me let y'all in on a little secret. There ain't no heaven for an OG. You just gonna die. So cut it out.
OG.
So cut that foolishness out.
This is for my homies. Y'all remember the Gangsta Lane? Ben said old rappers is the only dudes with the catalog though.
Yes, he right. But they don't know how to act, Ben. If you could get them a training course about how to act when you go on stage with other people. See, that's the thing. It ain't just them. They got to go on stage with other folk.
Yeah. I think it's real bad when you got old dudes in their 40s fighting like they 18, 19 years old on stage.
You know what get me, D, is they fighting in slow motion. I don't want a 20-minute fight that could have took 5 minutes, D. I don't want you winding up. Come on, man. Stop it. Please stop it.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. All right. Keeping it going. All I want for Christmas is want marriages to be closed, not open. Alicia said they come with that beef from 1985. Come out the rapper. That's beef
85
jerky
was,
now.
85 was a good year.
85. Melina said they need to ban the alcohol and the week before the show.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Ain't nothing like old dudes talking about how they used to be something. Hey man, back in the day we had no one album. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Ben said they should know better. They gotta watch an HR video before going on the stage.
He said an HR video. That's
Right, you got to get a doctor's note or something. Clearance.
Like, don't you go out there with that foolishness that you gonna throw a hip out.
Right. All I want for Christmas is marriages to be closed, not open.
And listen, the reason why this is near and dear to my heart, because I'm tired of this foolishness, y'all. I'm tired of one of y'all being satisfied and the other one saying, hell no, I don't want that. But I'm just trying to make him or her happy. You ain't happy. Listen, if you miserable, they deserve the right to be miserable as well. I need both of y'all miserable. I don't want no smiles I don't want smiles on one of the couple's faces and the other one's miserable. I want both of y'all to be miserable. So close marriages where you just got to deal with each other. You thought enough for each other to marry each other whenever y'all did. Now you talking about I need to go somewhere. Now you stay right up in there and y'all be miserable together.
Like we said, we had the show. We talked about it. We had the show. Men are not. This is not something that's proposed by men.
No, we know we ain't getting that. We know y'all ain't finna let us get none nowhere else. Even though y'all got the coochie on lock, and y'all know we can't get none nowhere. Y'all ain't gonna give us no right. Yeah, go ahead, get girl by. You know y'all ain't gonna do that. But then here you come to my, well, you know, he wants me to be happy. No, he don't. He wants you to be miserable like him.
No. If you got somebody that agree to that, just know they lying to you.
Yes.
They lying.
They know they lying.
Yeah.
You think that woman don't know he lying?
What? You said yeah. So I got license now.
You know what I'm saying?
I got license.
And then you want to come in here with me to snuggle. Now you go out there with the person who done told the line out. You go out there, don't you come back up in here with me.
You say go cuddle with John Coffee. Problem is he get through with he like good goes.
He done with you.
Right.
Then you come back and then you want to limp in here to me. Girl, if you don't get out of here, that
limp.
You crawling, trying to make it to the house. Girl, if you don't get out of here, and then you want to get over here and talking about, you know, my husband wants me to be happy. No, he does not. He miserable and he wants you to be miserable too. So you jump on in there with him.
Oh. Led to my total line it out. So you might as well send her back over there and let her stay. Yes, Alicia, limp. He said limp. Make her limp back on. That's that new marriage foolishness everybody got going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Open marriage.
No, we're gonna be miserable together.
Right. So if I ain't happy, nobody happy.
Yes.
Europeans say happy, but not that happy.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You better take a trip. Take a trip or something.
I'm just saying.
All I want for Christmas is women to figure out what they want. What you got for them, John?
Y'all had the audacity not to know what y'all want and then try to make us guess. Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your minds? We don't know what y'all want because y'all don't know. We willing to try to guess. But then you're going to fuss when we get it wrong. We need y'all to figure out what it is y'all want.
I would have to agree. Dinner would go a whole lot faster when he say, so what you want to eat? And you give an actual answer? He can be eaten.
No, that's too much like right, D. We got to go through at least 30 minutes of, I don't know, but you should feel my energy and feel what I, because you know what I feel, D. I don't feel no energy. I feel what we've ate the last couple of days. I started running out what we ate the last couple of days. Well, we ate chicken the night before. We had burgers. We had some fish. You want spaghetti? Now I want spaghetti. Okay. So let's do this. Tell me what you don't want. And we go that way. Because I just run down the food line. And then she get mad when I don't figure nothing. I said, that's okay, I get it. I just want you to can you help me?
Like we could have got to this place a whole long time ago.
Bro, we could have been at Grand just 20 minutes ago.
Monique said, now hold on. If you didn't put us on mute, you may hear. Oh, so Monique says, now hold on. If you didn't put us on mute,
hey,
you may hear what we want. That's what we take y'all mute.
See, there you go. The button is the push button. Huh? So don't be tripping. Don't you be tripping, Monique. And you ain't supposed to be listening to what we say anyway. Y'all don't in our marriages.
Oh, you going out of 2021 reckless, huh? You just I'm just waiting on a shadow to appear behind you. That's what I'm
I don't know where she at.
Look around.
And you better, because she'll be in here.
I just don't know why does it have to be this quiz game. My wife was like, so name something. That was he say. Name some places.
Hey, wait a minute. DC. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me your internet broke over there? Can you Google something, please? I ain't been on the internet all day. I'm trying to chill. He's talking about, I need you to come up with something. Siri, find me something to eat. And you know what Siri say? Hell, I don't know what she want.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Alicia said, I feel judged.
We want you to feel like that. We asking you for help, Alicia. That's all. I don't want you to feel judged. We don't want you to talk too much. But when we talk about food, we want you to tell us, oh, wait a minute.
I haven't said the kitchen. That's a place.
Woo!
That's how I go down in the Dawkins house.
No, hey, brother. Why you want to mention the place they don't know nothing about?
Right.
They ain't going in there.
Oh my goodness.
Hey man, I'm sorry. Ivan will pull me outside.
It's flags flying everywhere. Flag on the plate. All right. All I want for Christmas is. Ivan said that's why I ain't married, I guess.
It might be.
I would have to say, sir, that could be a big hindrance in that little situation right there.
He said that little situation. What you want for Christmas, D?
All I want for Christmas is participation trophies to be banned. We need to ban participation trophies.
That ain't me. That ain't me.
Firing shots. I remember he firing these shots and ain't nobody in this at the house with him. So
hey, every now and then you go.
You peek around the corner every now and then.
Hey, participation trophy is bad for a couple of reasons. Because it sends the wrong messages to parents, and most importantly, it sends wrong messages to kids. You gotta understand, losing is a part of life. Everybody's not gonna win, and you gotta understand this. Sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win, you really losing. But participation trophies, when you lose it, you don't deserve nothing. You deserve to go home. You need to taste that bitter defeat. It don't taste good. It's sour. It's supposed to leave a bad taste in your mouth to make you work harder. Because you don't want to be a loser. More importantly, you don't want to be a loser in life.
Does it make you a bad parent for your kid to take an L every now and then?
No, you're supposed to. Everybody does, D. Everybody takes L's. It's what you do after you done took them, though.
So there was a wrestling match between these two little kids, and one kid was getting the best of the other kid. So the parent, the mother of the kid that's getting whooped, she goes and grabs the other kid, pulls him off her son.
Well, first of all, it was a white lady that was trying to rescue her son because her son was getting thrown around like a rag doll. That boy was picking him up, touching him with everything in there. And I would have stopped it, but I couldn't get to him fast enough. That woman was trying to save her son because she knew he was going to be miserable at the end of the night, and she was going to have to be the one to keep him from cutting his wrist.
Oh, not to cut the wrist.
Dude, because they're not used to losing. They're not used, dude, and listen, and the participation trophy, dude, they don't have no coping skills.
Yes.
By giving them trophies, you're not making them create no coping skills. You're going to lose sometimes. Listen, how can you win if you don't know what it is to lose, D?
You're right. Ivan says, thank you. Participation trophies ruined the whole generation, just like taking prayer out of school. Absolutely did. I remember I'm playing Pee Wee, which y'all call Pop One. I'm playing Pee Wee football, and we got cheated real bad. When you say, why would refs cheat in a Pee Wee game? But they cheated us, and we knew they cheated us, and I was hurt. Oh, I was hurt. But I had to sit in it. I had to sit in it, learn, get better, come back. You know, Ben says taking an L is necessary to learn and grow. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And does not make you a bad parent if your kids lose a game every now and then.
Yeah, it's true.
Selena said it makes for bad parenting if your kids take an L without a lesson attached to it. Right. So what do you tell your kid after they lose? Or do you go and you fight with the coaches, you fight with the referees, you fight with everybody else instead of going to your kid and say, what do you tell a kid did?
Well, most of the time, they do that because they hadn't been parented correctly. Most of the times when the kids come from single family homes, you feel like your kid has had enough L's in his life. So you're going to fight now to make sure he don't receive anywhere else as far as you been on the watch. That makes sense?
No, that makes sense. I remember Monique says kids need to have the experience of losing. That's a much needed learning experience. They can then understand that emotion. The emotion they got to get, she's right. They got to get acquainted with that emotion because your first heartbreak, if you don't know how to take it, you fail. Let's say you fail a grade.
No. Damn that. Let's do the heartbreak. Let's do the heartbreak.
Bruh.
That and hey, bro, see that one right there, bro.
Yes.
When you want somebody and they don't want you back,
oh man,
and you're not used to that. As far as your life, you used to get everything you want, or you used to winning. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And I think Monique hit it on the head. They have to learn how to deal with the emotion that comes with that. And if you guard them from that, then they never learn how to deal with the emotion. Their reaction when they finally have that emotion is completely off.
Wow.
That's when people end up getting hurt. Selena says, Mika said, Fantasia says, sometimes you got to lose to win again. You got parents that go down to the school board and
we quote Mika now. We that desperate for comments. We quote Mika now.
She said the quote was Fantasia.
Oh, well, my bad. Okay.
Ben said good point. Ben agrees. He said good point.
I don't agree.
Okay, so Lisa says take that L at an early age. That's why we deal with adults who don't know how to work through loss.
Ain't nothing worse than an adult who don't like losing. Ain't nothing worse than a grown guy that can't stand losing or throws a fit when he loses. There's nothing worse. So deal with them when they're younger, because there's nothing worse.
Right. Because they stay in HR. That's what they do.
Yes.
People that don't know how to take a L, they stay in HR.
And it's not just about taking a L. If somebody is dusting the floor with you, tap out. Tap out. You ain't got to take that whooping. Don't listen.
Right.
You ain't got to get whooped like that. Hit that thing, go like this. Hey, coach, get me ready for the next one. This one ain't going to work out right here. Get me ready for the next one. Ain't no, listen. There's no embarrassment about taking out. Tapping out. There is just a little bit, but you'll get over that quicker than you'll get over the pain. Pain lasts for a little while. Tapping out just a little embarrassment. Don't worry about that. Tap out, girl. Tap out. If you getting beat in the basketball game by 50, somebody turn the lights out and y'all go get on the school bus.
Oh yeah. Who was that? OKC should have tapped out with
bro, what is
70 some points? They should have tapped out.
Dude, I'm gonna push somebody. I'm gonna push the referee or something and get the team thrown out. Because you ain't just finna beat up on us like that. Now, it's one thing to take a L. It's one thing to have your name in the papers the next day. The newspaper read, did you see that last night? No, that ain't gonna be me. No, dude, that's not gonna be me. That's not gonna be me.
Wow. Man, another year.
It went fast. Man, this show went fast. Man, I just got comfortable. I just said I ain't even get to finish my drink.
He's getting wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's go. Final thoughts. All right. Cameras over here. Okay. My final thoughts for this evening is this. I hope that the year has been great to you guys, and I hope the next year is even better. But most importantly, man, I hope that we've said something that agreed with you. I hope you've learned something from us. And most importantly, man, I hope you guys have really enjoyed the show. We do a lot, man. I want to thank my co-hosts, Derek, the Thought Engineer, and Selena for the great time. It's been a great year, man. I'm looking forward to what's going on. And, hey, I'm looking forward to dealing with you guys next year. And I love you guys. I know I talk about you bad. That just means I love you. That's my way of whooping you when you've been bad. I get on here and I talk about you. So don't be sending me hate mail like whatever that girl name was last week. I'm looking for you. So I love you. I love y'all. And that's my final thought. Y'all be blessed. Yeah.
Another year in the books. It's Christmas time. It's holiday season. And today we talked about all I want for Christmas is. There are a lot of people who have a lot of needs. We talk about what we want, but there are people that have a lot of needs that are not being met. If you are somebody who can meet somebody's need this Christmas, please do. You don't know what it is to be that person who can't get what's needed. I was the kid who people donated toys to. I was the kid whose family people gave donations to. And let me tell you, especially for my mother, it meant a lot. So you never know whose stress you were relieving, whose kid you're helping to just instill some hope in them by you making the decision to drop a plate off, drop a couple of toys or something off to somebody. If you know somebody this holiday season who's going through, see about them, check on them, see what you can do for them. But just be a blessing to somebody this holiday season. Help somebody out. You never know who their kids will grow up to be and who they'll be able to help later on. And that's our King Speaks for this week. Yeah.
Hey, man. It's good stuff, brother. It's good stuff. Man.
I'm like I said, man. I remember being that kid. Yeah, man.
Dude, get your girl, man. Get your girl. All right.
She said, "D, y'all keeping John next week? Gotta keep him, Alicia. Gotta keep him."
We'll see now. Unlike
bring him back on Queen 3 and King to argue with you a little bit.
Wait a minute. Let's see. I was gonna say, all y'all women, y'all give out some coochie coupons over the holidays. But I ain't gotta tell Alicia that because she is giving out coochie over the holidays. She's pregnant. She's good and pregnant. So Alicia, you put yours up. You put yours up. Matter of fact, don't give out no more, Alicia. Don't you give out no more.
Alicia says all love. I think
Yes,
she typed it before she heard your last comment.
She gonna cuss me now. She gonna cuss me now.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Listen.
Yeah, happy holidays, guys.
We'll be back January 10th. Alicia said, I can't stand you. All right, so we'll be back January 10th. Have a happy new year. Have a great Christmas. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Be safe. Yes. Watch out for crazy people.
Yeah.
And make sure you come back. We got great stuff coming next year. We're going to take it up a notch for y'all.
And if you don't have no money, give love for Christmas.
Right. Just give somebody something. That means
please,
something.
Women, please now, please. It's the holidays, please. Without, hey, D, where can they find you at, man?
You can find me Overcomers Empowerment Ministries. You can find me on Roku Sunday mornings, 10 o'clock. Overcomers Empowerment Ministries. Also on Facebook, YouTube as well. That's the name of our ministry, Overcomers Empowerment Ministry. You try to help people. We teach people how to maximize living for Christ. So
y'all can catch me on my YouTube page. That's John Yogi. That's JOHNYOGGI. I got a bunch of great stuff, a bunch of funny stuff on there, man. Y'all check that out. And what we try to do at John YouTube page is we trying to make sure you ain't dead and bring laughter to your life. Y'all be blessed.
All right, we'll see y'all next year. Peace out.